Now the hip drop can take a while to get the hang of. It can be a hard concept for your mind to understand. So let me talk you through it nice and slowly, and hopefully as you practice it, you'll get better and better at it. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my standing leg again, just like we do in the other balance exercises. But this time we're using a platform. Now that platform will be about 4 inches or higher, and the aim is that I want to drop my hip on the side, the leg that's floating. I want to drop the hip down and then pull it back up again. Now the way I've got to think about this is keeping the standing leg nice and straight. Now this time the knee is locked out, it's not bent the way we keep it soft in the other exercises, balance exercises. We're going to lock it out here just because it makes it easier to move this hip up and down the way we want to. So nice locked out leg. Now you can see my hands are on my hips and hopefully they're nice and level, meaning my hands are in the same sort of plane. And I'm going to think about driving this heel towards the floor. This leg remains locked the entire time. So as I drive that heel towards the floor, can you see what happens at my hand? One hand should now be lower than the other, and that's to show you that one side of my hip, my pelvis, is now lower than the other. And then my goal here is to drive through the standing leg to bring that level again, to bring that pelvis level. So that would be 1 repetition. So again, I'm going to keep this standing leg locked out. I'm going to drive the floating leg towards the floor. See how my hands are now, my hip is now offline. And then I drive through the standing leg to bring the hips, the pelvis level again. So you'll feel this deep in the hip of the standing leg. That's the stabilising muscles working really, really hard to stabilise you. So if you feel a nice burn through the deep sort of muscles in the leg, that's exactly what we're looking for. Of course, if there's any pain there, you're going to take this very slowly. You maybe don't want to do the entire 10 repetitions or whatever it is that's in the plan. And you can build up to this. But of course, if there's so much pain, then this is one that's maybe not quite for you. But give it a go and see how you get on. So on the other side, so that leg will tire very, very quickly. So again, like all the other balance exercises, if you need to hold something for a bit of support, then absolutely you can do that. Working up to eventually having no support. So I'm going to take my hands on my hips again, pelvis is level, you can see that because my hands are in line, standing leg completely locked out, and then we drive the floating leg towards the ground, pelvis is not level anymore, and then as I push through the standing leg to bring those hips level, the glutes are working really hard on the side of the hip to help bring the pelvis into alignment, and of course those stabilising muscles deep in the hip are active.